Welcome to the show. I'm so glad you could make it. This is YFH TV. I'm your party host with the most, JR, gearing up to break down my top 5 DJ gigs and performances. If you're as excited for this as I am, smash that thumbs up button and let's get started. Number 5. Now this is a gig that I hold near and dear to my heart because it was my first ever DJ gig. I was living out west with Dave Is Media in sunny Santa Clara, California, and I had the chance to DJ at the Sigma Chi frat house, shout out to Sig Chi one time, in front of nearly 1,700 raging college students.
Hey.
Hey, homie JR, Disco Dave.
It's going down.
Real big. Check this out. Check this out. Come right here. Come right here. You see these people? This is nuts right now. Man, let me get you there. Let me see what you're saying.
Yo, this is Disco Dave.
How you
It's going
feeling,
down.
Dave?
We DJing here with your favorite homie JR. Just holding the party down for a minute.
Now, what I take from this gig the most is I couldn't believe how I could emotionally control a crowd that big simply through playing music. And this is a feeling still to this day that I chase every day, every show, every gig I play. This was a huge event for me. Now, if you've been following me at all, first off, thank you very much. And if not, I've spent the last 3 years of my life, that's 6, 3 years of my life as an on-air radio personality fulfilling my dream job with Q97.9 right here in my hometown of Portland. Now, it was because of this job I was granted the opportunity to open for a national pop act who was red hot on fire at the time. I'm talking about MKTO. Now, along with DJing in between the acts, I was actually given the opportunity to perform 2 of my very own original songs. Being a broke kid from Westbrook, this was something that I couldn't even dream of. It's still kind of hard to grasp, even to this day, that this actually happened. What I remember most about this gig wasn't the amazing crowd and the lights and the spectacle, which all that was great. It was the amazing positive feedback that I received after the show. My Twitter went absolutely nuts. I must have taken over 100 plus selfies. I was signing bumper stickers and t-shirts. It really made me feel like I was somebody and that my hard work was finally beginning to pay off. Number 3. Now this was my first, maybe second, actually I think it was my second time as the Q97.9 resident DJ that I got to spin at Elport Fest. My gear is set up right on top of one city center overlooking Monument Square in the entire city of Portland. There was thousands upon thousands of people just recycling in and out the entire day. The biggest crowd bar none that I've ever played for in my life. I mean, just to see all the listeners out there down in Monument Square was incredible because as a radio DJ, you sit in a room with a microphone by yourself. You talk to the masses and sometimes you lose track of how many people are actually listening, and this was a clear reminder that there is a bunch. Number 2. Now before this guy signed with Warner Brothers, he was fresh off his tour with Austin Mahone, creating an amazing buzz and generating thousands of fans across the country. I'm talking about none other than Jake Miller. I was so fortunate to have the chance to warm up the stage and open for Jake Miller in front of around 300 to 400 screaming girls. What I remember most about this show is immediately following my stage, I had to go downtown to a club to spin. So I leave, I get down to the venue where I have to DJ, only to realize I left one of my bags back at the asylum with my laptop and my hard drive in it. Can't DJ without it. So I have to turn around, go back to the asylum, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna kind of sneak in and quietly grab my things and head back to where I have to go because I'm already late as it is. When boom, the entire crowd was outside because Jake had just finished his stage and they were waiting for him to leave to snag a picture on his way out. I was bombarded by everybody. I took selfies with as many people as I could. Got so much positive feedback, which I was super thankful for. I like to think that the military that came out to support Jake that night also left a bunch of homies. Now, before I reveal number 1 on my top 5 list, let's talk about some honorable mentions. The Binga's Stadium Chaos Paint Parties. Now, at the time, this was like nothing I had ever experienced in my life. The energy, the appreciation, the lights, the paint, the sound, the everything. It was truly chaos. DJing alongside the Chainsmokers at the State Theater, my second time being able to play that venue. It was unbelievable. I had my photographer, Daryl Adams, follow me around, snag some really cool pictures. Alex and Drew were super chill, it was just an overall memorable night. And here we are, number 1 on my top 5 DJ gigs list, Party Rock Fridays.
Yo, DJ! Yo, DJ! Yo, DJ!
This one starts in 2012, all right? I'm in Westbrook at the time, sitting on my front steps on the phone with my manager, Max, and we had just created some really good buzz with my single Ready to Go at the time. It was starting to get radio play here and there. Some DJs around the scene were mixing it in their sets, but I couldn't get every DJ on board, and for some reason I was super pissed about this. And I told Max on the phone, I'm gonna become a DJ. I'm gonna become the best DJ that I possibly can. That way people can hear my stuff. So you toss that into the pot, plus Max's genius. Boom, Party Rock Fridays are born. This changed nightlife in Maine forever. State-of-the-art sound system, over $10,000 in lights and special effects. And mind you, this is my first real resident gig, and I'm playing in front of a capacity crowd of nearly 600 people every single weekend. Now, unfortunately, this didn't last forever. It only ran for about 18, 19 weeks, and we kind of pulled the plug on it before it could die because all good things do come to an end. Though it didn't live that very long of a life, the memories that I have from Party Rock Fridays, the friendships, the excitement, the lights and the sound, and just the overall atmosphere is something that I'll carry with me forever. So there it is, my top 5 list. Now my question to you is, were you at any of these parties or events that I talked about? If so, drop a comment in the comment section below, because I'd love to find out which one. Now, the whole purpose of this video wasn't to be braggadocious or talk about, hey, look at me and the things that I've done. In a sense, this was kind of therapeutic for me, honestly, because if you're wired like me and you have the same kind of mentality as I do, you don't really allow yourself to stop and smell the roses on the way during your successes, right? You're always thinking, well, what's next for me? What can I do even bigger, and what can I do even better than what I've done before? So in a sense, this was really cool to look back and say, man, I've done some really cool shit. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. I'm JR, this is YFH TV, and I'll talk to you homies next time.